Woo! We're going early. We're going a minute early. We're going early, guys. What's everyone doing? Orum's Forum, Orum's Den on a Monday, 6 o'clock. Went early today on a Monday because football. Again, my guys. There's two Monday Night Football games on today. The one starts at 7:15. I also have to do a video for my aftermath for that debacle of a football game. So I'm going to miss some of the football game, actually, but I'm going to try to do that, man. And then, I'm going to watch some ball and go to bed and go to work. That's what I'm doing. I got one in the building, three in the building. Who are you? Say your name. I got my boy Jorge up here. He gets the immediate star. He gets a what up. What's up, my boy? What's up, brother? How you doing? I gave him a Jorge. You're all right, brother. I'm so confused. Let's just get back to some guys. No one's really in the chat, guys. Only four of us. We'll wait for some people to get in. And I'm going to get back to Jorge's. My boy Jorge Cantu. I'm going to get back. I'm going to star him up again. You're getting starred up today there, Jorge. You're a superstar, my friend. It's a great question. That's a great question, and we will get back to that, and I can give you my opinion. Dan Campbell came out today or yesterday in the presser and said he was going for the tie. Riverboat Dan was going for the tie. So explain that. I'll come back to that. I'll come back. I got a lot to say about that. What's going on, Daniel Belmer? What's going on? What's going on, Perry Ball? Hey, Mark, how are you? I've been better, my friend. Not going to panic. Not going to push. I'm not going to get too tense today. Maybe. You never know. Don't know what side's going to come out of me today, but this was a disappointing loss, man. This was a disappointing loss. Obviously you guys all know about it. Our favorite football team, the Detroit Lions, had a loss yesterday at home opener. People in masks, people going frenzy, people yelling so much that their throats are sore today, going into work. They came up with a loss, and it was an SOL loss. Now, I'm not saying this is SOL team. Let's get that right out of the way. But this was an SOL loss. You got 37 dropped on you again by Geno Smith. Again, the hype train, you're up. You're favored Vegas by 4.5, 5, whatever the hell it was. And you get your defense. You get your doo-doo pushed in. You got your doo-doo pushed in, Detroit Lions. And you did. What's going on, Arthur Allen Jr.? How you doing, brother? Hello. Riley Elder, what's going on, bro? Hello. Riverboat Dan, brother. Riverboat Dan. Dan, Captain Dan. All aboard, Captain Dan. I'm rolling the dice, Captain Dan. He goes conservative on us with all 3 timeouts. Time on the clock. And yesterday, I was kind of on his side. Jorge. I really was. And I'm going to go back to that, but I'm saying hello to some more people coming in the chat. My boy, Ubaldo Barragan. What's going on, my friend? Disappointed in the pass rush. The pass rush? What pass rush, Ubaldo? Unbelievable, bro. The pass rush with the two backup offensive tackles that we were supposed to decimate, with the backup center that came in, the kid from Michigan. That guy, 3 backups on that O-line, and we couldn't generate caca. We couldn't generate anything. That was an awful performance by not only the whole defense in itself. The whole defense was dog shit, pure dog shit. But that D-line should be embarrassed today. What are they going to do against Atlanta? Atlanta's got a 10 times better O-line than Seattle. They got some guys on that O-line, man. They got some studs on that O-line. Told myself I wasn't going to get upset, and I'm already upset. Baldo, you're right, though, buddy. You're right, my friend. No, don't be sorry, bro. Don't be sorry. No. I like it. This team, man. This team, they can't do this kind of shit. They can't do this kind of shit. But we're going to get to some people, and I'm going to go back up to Jorge. Anthony Belmer, what's up, brother? Hard L to swallow yesterday, but only game two. Only game two. I get it. Daniel Belmer. I'm not wasting any more Sundays for these clowns anymore. Oh, my God, Danny, don't jump off. Don't jump off the wagon just yet. I know I might say some things, but don't jump off yet. We need the fan support, my friend. LM. Hi, Mark. Glad to catch your stream. I'm glad you're on the stream, LM. The pick six killed us. It did, Riley. It did. But Goff, bro, but Goff played great. You can't put anything, you can't put this on Goff. You can't, man. You can't. And I'm not the biggest, huge Goff supporter in the world either. I'm not. But he played a fantastic. He completed 80% of his passes, bro. He was on point. Geno Smith completed 78% too as well. So both quarterbacks played almost flawless football. Flawless. My boy James Willis, what up? If the Lions lose to the Falcons, there's a big problem. 100% there is. And if anybody denies that, you can't lose two at home. If you want to be taken serious, you can't drop games at home against apparently inferior teams. The Seahawks were supposed to be inferior. You lose at home opener, and then you lose to the Falcons. The Falcons are 2-0 though. So, but those are games you can't lose. We have a chance to beat the Falcons. Our run defense is stout. Now, Bijan is different than Isaiah Pacheco. Kenneth Walker is a baller, though. Bijan, he's only got 2 games in the NFL. Walker's a second-year guy. They're kind of similar. If you ask me, I think Bijan's better. But the sample size is too small for Bijan. But he's probably going to be the better back in the long run. We have shut down 2 back-to-back teams in the run game. We have. That's one thing that we can shed some light on. They have. Anthony Berardi, I think I'm done with AG. I don't blame you, bro. Hey, this up and down shit can't be going on with him. You had a great scheme against Patrick Mahomes. You cuckolded yourself against Geno Smith. I don't understand it, man. Well, what's going on? What's going on, Soul Surfer? Marco, I'm here for the truth. I'm going to try to give it to you, bro. I'm going to try to give it to you. I'm going to try and give you the truth. Yo, what's up, Kool-Aid Kid? My guy, what's up? Wayne Shirk in the building. Early give up on Glenn, but expert are going to bring demands for accountability for all. Yeah, I'm not going to fully give up on him, but my God, he needs to do something different. Adjustments were awful on defense. They didn't adjust. This loss reminded me of 2-3 years ago. This loss reminded me of not only 2022 last year with the 1-6 record, but it reminded me of the year before, the year after, the year after, the year before. It's just one of those games where they're just in it. They're in it all the way. They're up, they're down. They're 3 points away. They're 10 points away. They tie it up and they lose it in overtime. It's just that was an SOL loss for a multitude of reasons. A multitude. But let's get back to my guy. I'm so confused at why they never took a shot at the end zone before going into overtime. At the time that happened, and I like to consider myself a little bit of a football guy. I've coached, I've played. I've taught the little kids, the bigger kids. I played the sport for years. I like to think myself as not a genius. I'm not, by far not a genius, but I think I got some smarts when it comes to football. And yesterday I was kind of like, all right, they're going for the tie. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I slept on it. I wasn't too comfortable with it. I slept on it. I'm like, okay. Then I'm hearing things. How do you do that, man, when you're at home? Riverboat Dan, Gambling Dan. and he gets conservative on us. Now, he comes out and he says, I was playing for the tie, man. I didn't want to give the ball back to Seattle. That was his thing. I get that. I get that part because Geno Smith was shoving his foot up our defense's culo. You know that. They were destroying us on defense, abusing us through the air anyways, through the air. We could cover anybody. Secondary played scared. Pass rush was non-existent. So what? But they had 3 timeouts. I just don't. And I woke up this morning going, you know what? Why didn't they at least take a shot in the end zone at least once? At least once. Go up by 4, whatever it was. Go up by 4. They have to score a touchdown. They went for the tie. If it would have been on the road, I would have understood it more. I get it. On the road, the crowd's crazy. Even the crowd started booing. The crowd started booing. They were saying, let's go for it. They were getting loud in that stadium, in Ford Field. So I don't rip on Dan Campbell much. You guys know that. I really like him a lot. And I know he's had some blunders as a head coach. This was a blunder. This was a big-time blunder, man. And he's not eating it. He's not admitting he was wrong. He's sticking with his guns. Now, I commend him for that. You're sticking with your guns. You're not going to admit your faults. I think he should have came out and said, hey, man, maybe I should have went for it. Maybe I should have tried to score a touchdown. I'm not saying go for it in 4 downs, but try to go for it. Try to win the football game. Because now you're taking a shot with the coin flip. And your defense can't stop anybody. Your defense can't. I think whoever would have got that coin flip would have won that game. I honestly think we would have scored a touchdown if we would have won that coin flip. And vice versa. Obviously, Seattle won that coin flip and stuck their foot in our mouths. It was embarrassing. That was an embarrassing loss at home. It was. It was an SOL loss. And I despise those 3 letters. Despise them. I wish it would be taken out of the alphabet, man. I hate those words or letters. SOL. Same old Lions. I hate that phrase. I hate those 3 words, 3 letters. So I don't know why, man. He's not budging on it, Jorge. He's not budging on it. He wanted it to go into overtime. I don't understand that because now you're doing a 50-50 on the coin flip. And look what happened. So your guess is as good as mine, Jorge, but I think it was a bad choice. And he's got to learn when not to go for it every time. Because this is the thing with Dan Campbell, man. This is the thing with Dan Campbell. Now we got to just come to realize we're in year 3. Nothing's going to change. He's not going to change, man. He's going to go for it when you don't think he's going to kick a field goal when you think he's going for it. You're not going to know. You don't know what's going inside that man's head. We really don't. 80% of the time, I think he's going for it, though. Especially when we're beyond even we're on the wrong end of the field. We're on our own end. He's going to go for it. So anything from the 50 and up, he's going for it almost every single time. And I will say this. Field goals will not win you football games. But if you don't get the 4th and 2 or 3, whatever they're going for, then you get 0 points. So there was a couple times I thought maybe should have kicked the field goal. We saw the score of the game. We lost by 6 because of the overtime. Would have been different if we would have kicked a couple field goals or punted. Maybe, all I'm going to say is that this is going to be a roller coaster ride with him when it comes down to these decisions. If he doesn't think he's at fault, don't expect a change, guys. I'm not expecting a change. I'm going to come on here on Sundays and I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to come on here some Sundays and I'm going to be like, what a genius. Dan Campbell, man, went for it on his own 2-yard line. You know what I mean? Like that's what this guy. I wouldn't be surprised, man. This guy's crazy. He is. He's crazy. He's batshit fucking crazy. I'm sorry I swore, but that's it, man. That's it. So I hope that answers a little bit. I'm a little bit behind, but let's see what's going on here. I'll have it on the radio for sure, but not wasting a great day to throw discs for that opening day at home. Crap. I know, bro. It was a disappointing loss, Daniel. I can't sit there and tell you it wasn't. It was disappointing. It reminded me of SOL. And I want that to go away, and it kind of reared its ugly head a little bit. The linebackers look terrible, played terrible. AG's defensive scheme should have dominated that online. It should have. I don't know what's going on. Where was Hutchinson? Hutchinson, had a couple pressures, 2 tackles. He made that nice block at the end of the game where he tipped the pass of Geno Smith. That would probably, if Kenneth Walker would have caught that ball, he was gone. He was gone, by the way. Nobody was there. So he made that nice play, but he was non-existent against a backup left tackle. Most of the day he was on the left tackle. He didn't move around much, it didn't seem like. Here and there, he was going here and there, but he was going back and forth to the bookends. But they didn't even have him even go inside once, I don't think. I don't remember him even going up against guards, which he dominates, by the way, and he didn't. So I don't know. Aaron Glenn back on the hot seat, man. Looked like he was like that seat was getting a little bit cooler. Now it just warmed up. So, man, this back and forth shit can't be going on. Atlanta's going to run us over. All they have to do is stop Hutch, and there goes the D-line. Yeah, it could happen, Arthur. It could happen. We have played good against a couple good running backs the last 2 weeks. Kenneth Walker, I think, is the real deal. He had what? I got this down here. How many yards did Kenneth Walker have? He didn't do jack on the ground. Did score 2 touchdowns, but they were short yardage touchdowns. He only had 43 yards on 17 carries. 2.5 yards per carry. Didn't do a lot, but he scored 2 touchdowns because Geno Smith pretty much got him all the way down there. But Bijan's different. Ritter runs. Cordell Patterson's supposed to be back. They have a good O-line. They don't have the Seattle O-line. It's a scary game. I really don't know who I'm going to take in this game, Arthur. Early give up. Not giving up just yet, Wayner. Do you think Brad should get a couple good D-line free agents at ASAP to help out the secondary? Who, though, bro? There's nobody out there. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to make a trade. There's nobody really out there right now, man. Good D-line free. Give me a couple names, LM. Give me a couple names, and then I'll tell you. Mr. Robertson is having a big impact for the Falcons. Robinson, you mean. Bijan Robinson. The coach staff needs to start using the player to their strength. Yeah. Where's Jahmyr Gibbs, by the way? We were overwhelmed. We were 100%. Hashtag AGD should dominate the O-line. You're 100% right, Jorge. They had 30-something with 3 timeouts, like inside the 30, never took a shot. It was odd, bro. It was very, very odd. We can't fire another backs coach. If another backs coach is here, he needs to come up with some answers. I'm not calling for anybody's head, Soul Surfer. I'm not calling for his head. I'm not. I'm just heated. I'm a little bit heated. The play scheme was terrible. The defensive scheme, they never adjusted. And we might not have the talent back there. Jerry Jacobs does not deserve to be a starter in the NFL. We love the story. We love the player. He is a backup all day, every day. And Cam Sutton, so far he's been exposed. So far. He's gone up against he went up against Metcalf for most of the day yesterday. That's unfair, I think, to any human being. But he was getting beat by wide receivers in Kansas City, too. And there's not any good ones over there. Not really. A couple question mark guys. So is Cam Sutton overrated? Put it in the chat. You think he is? I think he might be. I loved the signing, though. Don't get me wrong. He had a great 2022. But you go look at his numbers. You go look at all his scores. He's been an up and down corner for the majority of his career. And I'm not just saying this now, because back then I was excited. I was very excited for Cam. I still like Cam Sutton, but I think he's a number 2. I think he's a cornerback too who's playing a CB1 role. That's just my opinion on him. Keitho, they should have went for the win, not the damn tie. Agreed, Keitho. Keitho, keep that avatar going though, bro. Don't get rid of it just yet. Seattle goes down by 4. You have to travel the extent of the field, have to kick the score. I don't see it, bro. What I suggest is not trying to figure it out because they don't know what's going inside Dan Campbell's head, man. People were calling DC Kenny Rogers this morning on the ticket. Oh, God. Kenny Rogers. He's not Kenny Rogers anymore. You got to take that monarch away. Try to win the football game. You got 3 timeouts. I agree, man. O-line and D-line are the reason you win the game. They're a most important part of a football team. They're a big part of it. I thought the O-line played well, to be honest with you. Our O-line played well. They got the Goff a couple times, 1 or 2 sacks, hit him a couple times. I feel like we never even hit Geno. Like, I feel like he didn't even go on his back. Like, was there any quarterback hits? I know Hutch had some like 4 or 5 pressures or 6 pressures, whatever the hell he had, but I don't think he hit the quarterback. He must have got hit a couple times. I was just kind of watching this game with my hand over my mouth. I was like this that whole game, watching it just like this. I was like, what the F are these guys doing? My wife was about to divorce me. I was screaming and yelling at the top of my lungs. She was like, what are you getting so mad about? I'm like, are you watching this? I look at her, I'm like, are you watching this? She's not watching. She's on her computer. I'm like, man. So it was just so upsetting. AJ's been with for 3 years. He isn't looking any better in my eyes. Can't blame him on a lack of talent because we got talent. I think we do too, but do we? Keitho? Do we? It hasn't really, we played. I want to see the playmakers, man. Branch made that nice play last week. Well, that was a gift. Now he had some awareness. He had to knock it down with his one hand and catch the ball. Where are the playmakers, man? Hutch, he's got all kinds of pressures. I love it. It's time to get to the quarterback, bro. It's time to make plays. And I love him. He's doing things. He's a number 2 overall pick, though. It's time. Maybe this is just his thing. He starts slow. Play calling showed again how detrimental it is to not have a kicker you can trust. And Patterson's been kicking the ball well, too. That's the funny thing, LM. That's the funny thing. If the defense played bad this season, Holmes needs to be calling a good DC. If the defense plays bad, it's not up to Holmes, bro. It's up to Dan Campbell. Glenn will be gone, hopefully, but that's his boy. SOL to me was Swifty's 175. He gets a rushing title and makes all pro. Consider us curse. Hey, Mark, what's going on? See, he ain't getting the Russian title, bro. He's not getting the Russian title. I like Swifty. I love DeAndre Swift, man. But best ability is availability. You know what I mean? And I'm not coming at you per se, but where was all these comments, all this energy week 1 with the Philadelphia Eagles and Swifty's performance? He had 1 carry for 3 yards. They chose to go with Kenneth Gainwell, the Eagles. Now, Swifty comes out in week 2 and says, screw you guys. You guys want to go with Gainwell? Gainwell was obviously hurt in game 2. He had a ribs. He was out for the game. They gave the ball to Swifty. He had like 28 carries or whatever he had, and he went for $175 and a touchdown. Caught a couple balls as well. He's not doing that week to week. I don't think he's going to. And if he does, he's going to be hurt, bro. But it was a little bit of an SOL thing. I understand that, but I want to see that same energy week 1 after week 1 because everybody was hush. There wasn't anybody talking about Swifty. Lions fans, nobody. I even had a buddy. That came on that went on a Facebook and made a comment. Oh, yeah, Swifty, that's nice. David Montgomery goes down. We could use him. I had a buddy texting me. Could have used Swifty. What a bad trade. I'm like, where were you guys saying this on week 1? I'm like, nobody said a friggin' word week 1 because he had 3 yards. Now, I want to see Swift do well. I really do. I want to see him do well. I like Swift. I thought he was a great player. Not great, but I thought he was a very good running back who had potential to be great. And he might do some big things in Philly, man. With that O-line, with that team, with the talent they have around him. He could have a humongous year. But he's a Band-Aid. That's the only thing, brother. He's a Band-Aid. I love that you're back, though, buddy. I see that you've been popping in and out. I'm going to give you a star, bro. I miss you. Hutchinson can't do it himself. Why the heck didn't we play Bugs or Martin? I don't know what's going on there, man. I don't know. It has gotten to a point with Isaiah Bugs where release the guy. Release him. He was supposed you re-signed this kid. Now he's inactive two games in a row. What's going on over there with him? And Martin, I told you guys that Martin was a project. I hate grabbing projects in the third round, but he was a project, bro. He was. Jones didn't do nothing. Yeah, Lee McNeil didn't do a damn thing. Benito Jones didn't do nothing, right? Like you said. Levi. Did Levi even play? Robinson worries me. He worries me too, bro. He's a stud. Not only does he run the ball well, he catches the ball well out of the backfield. It's a good one, man. Atlanta's got a good one. They got weapons all over the place. The one thing, though, you stop the run over there, they're not gonna really waver back. Like they're not gonna revert back to the pass because Ritter does not pass a lot, and he's not very good throwing the football. He really isn't. They're a running team. I didn't see Bugs play. Did you? He was inactive, bro. He was inactive. Didn't play. I think Hope should have picked up the phone when D-Hop called. Maybe now he should have. Amon-Ra St. Brown is hobbled. I wouldn't be surprised if Amon-Ra St. Brown did not play this week. Would not be surprised. Quito, Sue. Okay, Sue. Okay, Sue's out there. Does Sue want to come back? We knew that these were the two hardest games on the schedule. I think you're right. If we lost week 1-1 yesterday, we'd be happy. It was a coin toss. Literally suck it up and move on. Yeah, man. You know what, bro? I had this team going 1-1. I had this team going 1-1 by now. I thought we were going to lose to Kansas City, beat Seattle at home. So I'm not in full panic mode, but I just don't like seeing losses like this, man. I just don't like seeing losses like this. This is the type of loss that you don't have if you want to be taken seriously. You can't get beat up, bullied like that on your home turf by a middle of the road team. They're a middle of the road team. They made the playoffs last year. They barely squeaked in. They're a middle of the road team. And we're supposed to be better than them. It's just annoying, bro. Done with Big V too. I think he's done. I don't know. I saw injuries. We got injuries, guys. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Here, let's go over the injuries. Amon-Ra was on one leg yesterday. It's not like Seattle didn't have injuries either. We lost James Houston. Thanks for putting James Houston in coverage, by the way. Thanks, Aaron Glenn. You know, I've been trying to explain that for a month, 2 months. Why is James Houston playing so much in preseason? Well, they're trying to get him to learn linebacker spot, trying to put him in coverage, play the run. Well, you put him in coverage, running with a tight end, and now he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. That's great. You're probably your best pass rusher is out for 8 weeks, 2 months. Running back, David Montgomery got a thigh. Looks like he's out for 3 to 4. Carted off, by the way. Big V. Ankle. Knee. He was grabbing the back of his knee. Did not look good. He did walk off, though. Antoine Green. Concussion. He did get his first catch. Amon-Ra, ankle. Decker. You know, he's got that. He was inactive with an ankle. And I'm sure there was a couple other injuries there as well, too. Pascal on the IR. Mosley hurt. It's not looking good, boys. Jerry Jacobs not belonging on the field. He's horrible. They need to start using a player to strength. Houston should have been brushing the passer. Yeah. From your lips to God's ears, bro. You know what I mean? From your lips to Dan Campbell's to Aaron Glenn's ears. Too late. It's too late. Let Hope Sutton turn it around. I think he's a good corner. He just needs to be better. And he'll be going up against Drake London this week, who's a good one, but Ritter's not a good quarterback. So we'll see what happens. We need to trade for Mike Evans and Chase Young, and that will help both sides. Mike Evans ain't going anywhere right now. That team's 2-0. I think it's a fraudulent 2-0. I think it's a fraudulent 2-0, but they are 2-0. I don't know if they will be going after a guy that's, that maybe wants to stick around if they start winning. They beat the Bears, they beat Minnesota, they beat two bad teams, Tampa, but they are 2-0. It's true. Gary Kessler, what's up? Camel went against the Grit mentally, but not going for touchdown. Overtime rules suck. They suck big time. Can't leave it in a heads or tails situation. Yeah, it's a terrible rule. I'm not saying it should be college, but the team that doesn't get the ball should at least try to tie the game. I know player safety and all that shit. I get it, but that rule needs to change. The Steelers let him become. He was not worth number one quarterback money. He wasn't worth number one quarterback money, but he had a great 2022. But I get it. He's not worth that type of coin. I just think we needed this. The whole team lost, including all coaches. Will bounce back this week. I hope so, brother. Good to see you in here, Gary Edwards. I believe in this team, man. I do. But I think we all have a right to be upset. Anzalone got that sack when they were trying to run out the clock. Exactly. That's still a good play on Anzalone. Geno Smith made the mistake. I don't know what they were trying to run out the clock. There was all kinds of time left. Run out the clock. It was a dumb. There was too much time left, bro. I think he was just trying to run around. I think he just turtled. He held the ball instead of trying to throw it. Should have just threw it out of bounds. Bad play by Geno. Good hustle by Anzalone. Robert Fournier, we have what, bro? A little bit behind. Feel like defenses are packing inside because we have no deep threat. We have no deep threat whatsoever. None. Zero. Got a lot of dink and dunk guys. Got a lot of mid guys that can get open, but nobody that can stretch the field. Khalif can stretch the field, but he's not a guy that's going to get a ton of playing time. But I've always said about Khalif, I think they need to include him more in the offense. He needs to be included more in the offense, man, because he's a good little wide receiver. Do you think Sue would be a good pickup provided he wants to play? I think he'd be okay. He's not young anymore, though, man. He's not the same guy, but he'll bring some tenacity, some intensity to that D line that's much needed. I hope we don't have to lower our expectations. I hope not either, man. I'm still saying 11 wins, but I have every right to be mad. We are weak at defensive tackle, very weak. They need to play our first-round picks. Campbell needs to play more. Gibbs needs to play more. The Campbell's rotating in and out, but you're seeing Barnes, Anzalone, you're seeing Rodriguez in there. They need to, Campbell needs to get more playing time. Swifty will be hurt. I'm not worried about Swifty. I think he will too. Sue, Chase Young, Mike Evans, Brad Holmes, call now, make it happen. That's a lot, bro. It's a lot of money in those, and Young, and well, Chase is on his rookie deal still. Evans is worth a lot of cash. Sue would want about $6-7 million probably. It's way too much money to get all three of those guys, man. I would argue Hutchinson tipped near end of regulation, kept us in the game. It was a great play. It was an absolute great play by Hutchinson. It was a fantastic play. Can't give receivers that much room. Aggressive defense. If we get deep once in a while, I can live with that. Playing so off blows. Yeah, man. It was terrible, man. It was terrible. Jerry Jacobs played scared. He played petrified. Tyler Lockett frightened the cleats off of him. For real. You can't give that much of a cushion. And they knew. Lockett got targeted like 10 times. He got targeted more than Metcalf. That tells you the whole story. Now Lockett's no joke. Lockett is a legit wide receiver one on a bunch of teams. He really is. But he's one of the best number twos in the game because he plays with DK Metcalf. He's quick to get those yards because they were playing 5 on the back end. He was getting untouched. It was a great game plan. Minnesota's dog shit. Their defense is terrible. You know what I mean? They have a great O-line of Philly. They took care of business. Swifty's not doing that week in, week out. I'll put money on it right now. I'll bet you he doesn't even get 800 yards. I would put money on 800, 900 yards. He'll rush for over what he did in Detroit. I don't think he ever hit 600 in Detroit. But he'll probably get that in Philly just because of the situation he's in. But then he's going to get hurt. So I don't know. Who knows? Better get a darn defensive tackle next first round. I'm liking Jerzon Newton. I have to look him up, bro. I'm not too familiar right now. I've been kind of like not watching a lot of college football, and I don't have time right now. Michael, my boy. Our fans can be annoying. Everyone's saying Super Bowl contenders all season, 2 games. Remember, football is hard. 3,100 seeds. Hey, man. I never said Super Bowl contenders. I never told you that shit. I did say we would win the North, though, because I think the North is a joke. The NFC North is terrible. And all 4 teams lost this week. That makes this loss sting even more. Because you could have went up on 2 games on the Vikings, 2 games on the Bears, and a game up on Green Bay. You got to win those type of games at home, guys. You got to win them. We trade up for Martin. That cost us too much draft capital. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was all about, man. You trade up for a guy, then you don't play him. I don't get it. Good news. I played Gilmore at corner. Jeffers got used. That's where Geno threw all day. Yeah, man. I think Gilmore needs to suit up as well. I had it 101, but this loss hurt. I think it did too, man. This is the type of losses that can come and bite you in the ass at the end. This, just like the guys on the radio said today, they're kind of reminding of the Minnesota loss. That bit you in the ass. We didn't get beat up. We turned the ball over 3 times and then some bad counts. We got our asses kicked, bro. We got beat down. We got beat up. We did turn the ball over. Of course we did. Why? Because the one turnover didn't count because it was Amon-Ra St. Brown. But the defense made those plays. You know, we got beat up. The defense didn't beat up our offense. But we got beat up as a whole, as a team. We got beat up, bro. We got beat up, especially on defense, man. Especially on defense. Our defense got their shit kicked in. Injury bug definitely kicking our ass, 100%. The Sun God on 1 is still better than most wide receiver on 2. He's still not the same, though, bro. We saw some of this last year, man. He can't be hobbling around out there. We need 100% Amon-Ra to have a shot. Yeah, what the F is Houston doing in coverage? I don't know, bro. Awful. No Seahawks had over 70 yards. Eric Short was going on, and that had the running back 50. The fumbles plus no quarterback pressure hurt us. Yeah, man. Like I thought we played. It doesn't matter that the receivers never had 70 yards, though. You know, and we did shut the running game down, but we could not stop Geno Smith. He completed 78% of his passes. 78. And he threw 3 touchdowns or 2? 2. 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, rush for 20 yards. And you completed 32 for 41. That's 78% of your passes you completed. Their offense abused our defense. Through the air, Eric Shortridge. It was like not a lot of guys had big yards. Like Metcalf had 75 yards. Lockett had 59 and 2 tutties. Parkinson, Disley, Fant, their tight ends, they had 9 catches between the 3 of them. 9. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he had 5 catches for 34 yards. Only reason why that game wasn't blown wide open is because they missed a couple field goals too as well. That's what I meant, Jacobs, for sure. Why didn't Marvin Jones get any targets? Yeah, he had a bad game. I don't know. That was obviously the game plan. He is an afterthought as of right now. It could change. At least Green Bay lost, Chicago lost, Vikings lost. They all lost. The fact we lost at home sucked donkey. I didn't see a game, but heard crowd was insane. The game was nuts, man. The crowd was there. Crowd was hype. I knew it was going to be a problem, though, once they got that first drive and bang. They're like, oh, no, here we go. But then we went up 14-7. Then they tied it and went up again, back down, kind of back and forth. And they went up by 10. We crawled back in it. It was a fun game to watch. There was no defense being played whatsoever on both sides. None. Zero defense being played on both sides. There really was. It was one of those games, man. 37-31. That's 68 points, man. There's no defense being played. Brad Holmes needed to call Steve W. to be the next DC. Who's that, man? I don't know who that is. Aaron Glenn is embarrassing. Like, why you have Jack Campbell at edge? Why is Jack Campbell playing special teams? Oops, I'm banging my fingers there. Why is he playing special teams? Edge. Like, what's going on? One Pride 40. I hear you. Seahawks team received one at 75 yards, the lead run at 40-47. The fumbles and lack of hurt more than anything. They did. 100% they did. But their offense kicked our teeth in. Kicked our teeth in, Mr. Shortridge. Kicked our teeth in, my friend. He completed passes, Geno Smith, to 9 different receivers. They scored 2 touchdowns on the ground because of that aerial attack. Because of us having a couple fumbles, though. Yes, I agree with you. But it was not a good defensive effort whatsoever. Nobody played well on that defense. Not one player. Not one. Stu is better than what we got. Probably. The good news is our rookie number 2 in reception at St. Brown and third in passing around the St. Sam freaking Laporta. Love him. He also been a critical blocker in all of our watches. I love Sam Laporta. He had the heart last night too. Yesterday, he was gassed after that one big long run. I love that kid. He's going to be a good one for us. It's simple on defense. We need to clog them in. We backed off of that. I don't know what the hell they were doing. They were playing good run defense. They were clogging the middle. Walker was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, breaking tackles, but just couldn't get big yards. Do you know how many Seahawks points came off turnovers and missed fourth downs? Probably like 14, 17, at least. At least. I'm just guessing. I know for a fact. I'll say 17 points. I'll say 17, maybe 14. That's terrible. The whole defense was scared in my eyes. They just look scared. Especially the secondary. The secondary looks scared. Hutch don't look scared. Hutch is out there, but he's like a one-man show. It's a one-man show with Hutch. If he's got to beat his one-on-ones when he gets those opportunities, but they were double and triple teaming him at one point. Really, I've never seen a guy get so much coverage. They know he's the guy because they know everybody else can handle a one-on-one with whoever they got. Charles Harris. They don't rush Houston anymore for some reason. I don't know if he even had a pass rush yesterday. So I think we need to trade for a DT. Who's out there? If Glenn keeps this up, he needs to get fired soon because it could cost Campbell his job. Well, he's already got one mulligan when he fired Aubrey Pleasant, bro. So does he have 2 in his back pocket? Because Aaron Glenn is that's his boy, man. That's his boy. So does he bite the bullet and fire him? If he wants to keep his job, you're right. He's going to have to get rid of him. Trade up and don't even play the guy. It's so strange, Keitho. I will say Barnes had a very good game. You know what? He made a couple good stops. I will take that back. You're right, 1.40. He appeared in the second half. I didn't really see him though. It seemed like he kind of got phased out a little bit. He was in there, but it seems like the first half, Barnes was in there making some plays, making some nice run stops. I agree. I take that back. One Pride 40, 100. Yeah, I agree too. The receiver for KC were wide open. Also, difference they dropped the ball. Of course, we got lucky that we got lucky. Run D wasn't bad, but pass D was big. Oof, yeah. Run D was good. Run D was good, man. 2 weeks in a row. Pacheco was no joke of a running back. We shut him down. We shut Walker down yardage wise. He did get in the end zone twice because of the aerial attack. So close to the goal line. The goal line carries. You can only stop so much. But as a whole, I think we played well in run defense. What position would you improve in a trade? Everybody's saying it, man. I think we need another we need another inside pass rusher, a defensive tackle. Maybe they should have took Jalen Carter. I know why they didn't. Well, I don't know why personally, but I have a feeling why they didn't. But maybe they should have. See, I don't want to have this conversation right now. I don't want to have it, man. I don't want to have it. Can't believe I said it. Mike P. I agree. Bugs, if he isn't going to play, release him. I don't get it. Now we are running back short without a replacement. Yeah. Apparently they're in talks with LA Rams, Cam Akers. Cam Akers ain't going to do nothing here. I'm sorry, man. If they go and trade for Cam Akers, it better be for a 6th or 7th round pick. If it's anything less than that, I'll be pissed. Cam Akers is nothing special. He really isn't, man. I don't think he's ever rushed for over 750 yards in a season. I'd have to check that out. He's not a bad option. He's still fairly young. I'd go after Kareem Hunt, man. Pick up Kareem Hunt. Go get Leonard Fournette. That's what I would do. You don't got to give up any capital. You have the money. If you think you're serious, Cam Akers, whatever. I'll make a video about it, but I'm hearing that's the talk. Oh, Steve Wilkes. Okay. Laporta is a stud, 100%. Keitho, let's start that up. Their tackling was terrible. They were missing tackles everywhere. Anzalone missing tackles. Hutchinson missed a couple tackles. Over pursuing. Rodriguez got absolutely face planted on the ground. Jack Campbell missed a couple tackles. Aleem McNeil was throwing his arms all over the place. It was just an awful display, man. We should move Coach Shep to DC or Brian Duker. Oh, man. Strange, lame game plan. It was weird, bro. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's his boy, so he isn't going to know where AG is. But definitely should get rid of him in the defense. Don't pick up the next couple of games. I agree. I think last year, man, AG saved his job. He saved his job last year, guys. That 1-6 start, it was like, okay, AG got to go, man. This is a year and a half now. This is a year and a half of terrible defense. Got to go. What does he do? In the last 10 games, they start playing like a top 12 to 15 defense. Even top 10. Even top 10 in some categories. They were balling. They played well against Kansas City. You can't knock them for that. But then you have a stinker like this. You can't do this against Atlanta. It's gotta change. It can't be good, bad, good, bad. It can't be like that. I say yes, but JB, don't wait until we're absolutely pathetic. I'm not ready to throw him out yet. Should the Lions play Zonovan Knight over Craig Reynolds? I think Zonovan Knight is a better running back. I really do. Is it going to make a big difference? I don't really know. I don't really know, but he's getting called up. He'll be getting called up if they don't make well, he's going to get called up even if they made a move this week. He's getting called up because the running back that we do, if we do bring in a running back, won't be acclimated to the offense. So, yeah. Let's play Zonovan Knight. Hey, Nigel Williams, what's up, bro? Hey, Mark, the Charles Harris project has not worked. I'm more concerned about how they play against Atlanta. Can they bounce back or lose momentum? Hey, the one thing you got to do with Atlanta, you got to stop the run. They are a running football team. They got a great O-line. They love to hit. Obviously, they're football players, but you know what I mean? They have a great O-line that loves to play smash-mouth football. And they drafted a workhorse running back in Bijan Robinson. Sitting in the seats in the end zone and saw no play at all by our nose tackle or 3-tech the whole damn game. Disappointing, man. I thought Aleem McNeil was supposed to be this new and improved stud. Come on, Aleem. We have to do something soon. I know, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Brad Holmes definitely on the phone this week, calling for multiple positions. I think he's trying to get a running back, bro. That's for damn sure. I was thinking we should call about Leonard Williams. Ooh, Leonard Williams, defensive tackle. Who's he play for the Giants, right? The Giants are 1-1. Derek Brown, Carolina. Did they lose? Yeah, they're 0-2, right? Derek Brown would be interesting. Derek Brown would be very interesting. One Pride 40. You're gonna have to give up some capital for either of these guys, though. But that's okay. If you think you're serious about making a push, do it. Even the KC game defense didn't look good. I thought the defense looked okay. I thought the secondary was a little bit weak again, but they made some plays. The secondary did make some play. I thought C.J. Gardner-Johnson had a good game. But yeah, Jacobs wasn't great that game. Cam Sutton, a little bit, got beat a couple times. So it goes from having a terrible run defense last year, terrible run defense and terrible pass defense, to now we look like we have somewhat of a run defense, to now it's a terrible pass defense again. Oh, guys. Sorry, man. Sorry, Gary. Do you think we are exactly trying new things on purpose? No, bro. That's the shit you do in preseason, my friend. You can't start experimenting. You can't start experimenting in games, like off the hop, man. You. That's what preseason. That's what joint practice. That's what practice is for. Now, maybe new things are in the mix. But it's stuff that they've already tried. Yeah, you got to be really careful. I'm not saying that they wouldn't try something new, but to make it like, an ongoing, constantly doing it, it's a dangerous water, I think. A little worried about Bijan, though. I'm very worried. I do like our run defense, though. So, right? So how about plugging in Broderick, Martin Perry, Big Farm, Jones? Let's go. I've been thinking SOL. Hey, bro, I've been thinking SOL too. I don't think we are SOL, but that was reminiscent of an SOL loss, man. It really was, guys. It really was. Have to adjust defense fast to what other teams are doing. Just let you guys know, hey, there's 31 in the building, guys. Try to like, share, comment. Throw this thing out there. Let's get some guys in here. I know it's a Monday. It's a little bit early. But I am going to be logging off at about between 7 and 7:15. I want to watch football, but I have to get out a video as well, my preview, my aftermath, of that Seattle Seahawks game. So that's going to take me another hour at least, maybe a little less. So yeah, play the rookies and let them learn, make their mistakes. I'm all for playing rookies, but I think there's a reason why some of them don't play. I know I want to see Gibbs in there. I want to see Jack Campbell. I want to see more of Brian Branch. I really do. But you got to get vets in there too. But I agree with you. How about when they had Houston covering that linebacker deep? Covering as a linebacker deep. Yeah, well, he's running with a tight end. That's how he hurt himself, right? I think that's how he hurt his ankle. So I don't get it. Glenn doesn't adjust. He didn't adjust. He didn't adjust on Sunday. That's for sure. Can we blame Brad Holmes for this defense because he's put a ton of assets in the defense? Well, he's got to get some blame, One Bride. 100% he does. Now, I think he's hit on a lot of guys. I think Brian Branch is going to be a stud. I think Campbell is going to be a stud. I think Houston is going to be a stud. Now that he's out for 2 months, though, that sucks, or close to. Mosley, he took a shot on Mosley. He still hasn't panned out. He still hasn't played. He's brought in a lot of guys. Levi, Pascal, both hurt. Brought back Charles Harris at one good year. So it's like, man, we need to see more. But yeah, he definitely gets some blame. 100% he does, bro. 100%. Brought in Anzalone, who I thought's been pretty good. He had a little bit of an off game. Everyone had an off game on defense. Rodrigo. So, there's good and the bad, man. There's good and bad. But he definitely is part of it, man. It's his guys that he brought in. His scouting department. Guys he hired. So, yes, 100%, bro. Keitho, they need to play more aggressive. Next game, we get flags for no reason. But for being aggressive. I thought, man, And I hate doing this, man, but refereeing has been dog shit. I think Leonard Williams will be cheaper than Derek Brown. Probably he's a little bit older, right? He's a little bit older. He's had some big years, old Leonard Williams, bro. Zaquan, what's up? 7 carries for Gibbs each of 2 games. Will they actually use him now that Monty's hurt? Yeah, but I don't think he's an RB1. He's definitely not a workhorse back. Catches the ball well, but they're just dumping the ball off to him. They got to throw the ball downfield with him. This kid supposedly can run routes like a wide receiver. Why are they not using him like that? Use him like that. Get him down there. I'm just upset about the coaching calls. Dude, I agree. I agree, man. Alone Wolf 21. Do you think we should go ahead free agency running back? I would rather they bring in a guy like Kareem Hunt or Leonard Fournette. I would love that. Now they're in talks with LA Rams and Cam Akers. I don't know how close they are, but that's the rumor. That's the latest rumor. Who knows? But I think they should bring in Kareem Hunt. I really do. Because it looks like Monty's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks. Ditto on the coaching decisions. 100%. Mind drinks in the building. Woo! Saquon. Can't wait to see Bijan get 20 carries while our 12th pick is getting 7 touches. I know, man. We got to use Gibbs. We are missing Manny Mosley. Manny Mosley? Emmanuel Mosley. That's what you're trying to say? We are missing him big time, bro. Everybody on that defense is a Brad Holmes guy. They all are. They all are, man. They're all Brad Holmes' guys. Everybody. Right? It's a whole revamped defense. Yeah, he gets a big part of the blame. Carter definitely should have been our pick. Screw the character issue. You know, I just kind of threw that out there, Keitho. Man, he's played pretty well for Philly so far. I'm not saying Gibbs hasn't really done anything because he's done some things. But, man, Jalen Carter paired up with Hutch. Man, I just don't want to think about it. The Lions are going in, don't draft projects. Yeah, every year they draft a project. I think we should trade for Chase Young. That's another, yeah. Washington's 2-0. Young hasn't played yet, though, I don't think. Who knows? Zach J, what up, Mark? Looks like I'm late to the party. It's all good, brother. Cam Sutton was good, though. Yeah, Cam Sutton's okay. I don't know if he was good yesterday. Not sure he was good yesterday. But yeah, he was good for 2022. He's a good corner, but he's a CB2. Don't agree with the criticism. Dan Campbell going forward on 4th down makes you a hero, and when it falls, I said that earlier. And when it fails, is a back call. If we didn't go for it, KC, we might probably lose that game. I agree with you. The only thing that I'm going to I've come to the point, bro. I've come to the point. I'm going to star you up on that because that's a great comment, my friend. I've come to the realization is that this is what Dan Campbell is. He's going to go for it a ton. But I just, at the end of that game, he went conservative on us at home. Crowd could have been quiet. You know what I mean? They had a chance to go up by 4 points. I thought maybe they should have took a shot in the end zone. You played for the tie. At least you got to the tie. But then you're taking a shot with an offense that has been abusing us all day. So it's a tough look, especially when you lose one possession. But I agree with you. Nigel. Yeah, that hurt 7 touch for Gibbs. Like, what the hell F is going on? I don't know what's going on with that, man. Lions need a bagger, not a poor man's Gibbs and Akers. Yeah, man, he's not even a Gibbs. He's not nothing like a Gibbs, man. He's nothing like that, man. He's got some giddy up to him, but he's nothing special, man. He's not going to be the answer. Hunt for sure. Start up. We need him. Go get him. If you're serious about winning, at least that's a guy that you can bring in. Not saying he's going to solve all problems in Detroit, but Cam Akers ain't the solution. I'll tell you that right now. Mostly was risk-reward signing. That so far has not worked out. I know. Projects and guys with injuries is tough. I'm regretting not getting Parsons. Hey, man, Parsons was my guy from the start. I love Penei Sewell. Don't get me wrong. Love him, love him, love him. But Parsons is a game changer. Full on, 100% game changer. And K-Makers moves the needle so much that's sarcasm, by the way. Oh, I know, man. I know. It's not like it wouldn't be a bad grab, but you're giving up draft capital. Why? For what? For a guy that's going to do what? Gary Edwards, 34-17 Lions this week. No worries. I hope so, bro. I'd take Hunt. I think a lot of us would. Gibbs and Monty need to be out there same time. Where's the weapons at? I don't know, Robert Fournier. I'm looking for him. Help Mark out and smash a like and subscribe. Got to work the algorithm. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, send this out. Hit the like button. Drop kick it. Punt it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Soul Surfer. Young played yesterday? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, he had 1.5 sacks. Good for him. Good for him. Hopefully he's back. Orm rules. What's up, Donkey Kong? You rule too, brother. He wasn't scared the whole game, but the kick's a field goal to tie. I don't think Campbell was scared. I don't think he was scared. I just think he was just being conservative. That guy don't get scared. I just think he was being very conservative. He didn't want to give the ball back. Didn't want to score quick, but they had all kinds of time. I don't know. If you're going to go for it, do it at the right spot. I think that was the right spot, man. This comes down to coaching, man. I'm telling you right now, there were a lot of bad decisions making. They've gotten away from what they were doing at the end of last year on both sides. They need to tighten up, bro. Would AG use Parsons right? I don't think he can. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he'd completely ruin him. But I think Parsons speaks for itself. I think that talent would just shine through. I wanted him so bad coming out of college, man. I can't believe people fought with me on that, man. I thought that was one of the funniest things ever. That was one of the guys that I knew was going to be good. You could just tell. You could just tell that guy was going to be special in the NFL. I'm in Georgia, and they quit here. I can't find a bet. A bet for what, my friend? Oh, for the Lions to win 34-17? Go bet MGM, my friend. Go bet MGM. Get the MGM app, man, or go to one of those FanDuel sites or something. I do MGM. It's fun. Won some money last night in the Miami Dolphins game. Boom. And the sad part about Parsons is Carolina wanted Stafford and was going to give us that 8 pick, I think, so you could take Sewell and Parsons. It's right. That's right, Zach J. Oh, Zach. It's all coming back to me, bro. You put me in a state of I feel like I'm going to cry right now. Zach J. It's a big one. I'm going to star you up, buddy, because that's a good one, bud. That's a good one. I completely forgot about the Carolina deal. It was all set up for Carolina. But Brad Holmes said, no, Mr. Stafford, we're going to take care of you. We're going to send you to a place where all your dreams come true. We're going to send you to L.A. The best offense, best coach. They're going to go get you some players, and you're going to win the Super Bowl, baby. And I love Stafford. You guys know that. My God, Carolina. They definitely need to allow coaches to challenge penalties, but I doubt the NFL will allow it since they never take accountability. Yeah, they're not. I wish they would. Definitely go for Kareem Hunt. I know fans with this upset when Kareem runs it, make the 53-minute runs, but he is no threat to teams. Yeah. When I saw him in that game yesterday, I'm like, game over. Game over. But they ended up tying it up. So I was surprised. Hey, what's going on? Lions Talk by Chat Sports. Micro Mike. What up, though, brother? Woo! Lone Wolf 21. Mike's getting some love. Zach J saying, what up? Coaches definitely lost this game for us. 100% they did. Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, fumbles too. Hey, man, fumbles, bad possessions, defense, lots of things going on there. Thanks for the event, bro. I'm having a nice night. Enjoy the game. Thanks, brother. I'm getting off here soon, fellas, because I got to get to a video, and I got to watch some football. I got some fantasy stuff going on. Lions chat, Mike. Saying, Zach, what's up? Trying to make my day better than my Sunday. I know, man. I know. Lone Wolf. Mike. He's calling for you, buddy. I liked Mike as well. You did. Me and you loved him, brother. Do you remember? Me and you loved him. We got ripped a new one a few times by a couple people. A couple guys were on board with us, so there was a lot of Lions fans that loved him. But a lot of Lions fans didn't like him because of his character. His character wasn't any good. He's a bully. He picks on guys in the locker room. Get out of here, man. Get out of here with that bull. Oh, come on. It's a 2-game rental, in my opinion. That's an SOL move. I think so too. Like, unless they think that he's going to be out longer. If you're going to give up a 7th-round pick or a 6th-round pick, I'd say do it. Don't give up anything less than that. Don't give up anything less than that. But I'd go out and get Kareem Hunt, man. Go get Kareem Hunt. Go get Leonard Fournette. I'd rather have Leonard Fournette than Cam Akers. At least he can block. Alone was up. The Cowboy have Dan Quinn, who was a great DC. Now, he is a great DC. Should never be a head coach, but he's a great DC. Jerzon Newton is going to be a beast in the NFL. Is that the second time you said him, or is someone else saying, brother? Not much, Mike. Just look next game for the Lions and win this time. We're winning this game in Atlanta. We got to. I don't know if I'm going to pick them, though. Same, we need to win. Correct. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny said that back then, clown. Robert. Ooh. Me? I'm the clown? Robert. I'm a clown? Damn it. Parsons, Lloyd, and Carter. Damn. Imagine. Ooh-wee. Going on 4th down on 45, you cannot do that every game. Defense and pressure later. Defensive players are going to underproduce, if not quit. Hey, man, I get you. Fusco, what's up, my friend? Fusco in the building. Rawr. He is Keith, though, but it's season time. I like the Sunday night chat. But it will be back, just not during football, bro. I can't pull myself away from that TV upstairs, man. I just can't. It's just ball is in me. You know what I mean? Football is inside of me. Do you think in hindsight the 1st-round pick should have been Jalen Carter plus Christian Gonzalez, or way too early? Well, Gonzalez is having a good season so far. Carter looks like he's the real deal. And the funny thing is, I was never against I never said Jalen Carter didn't have skill. I knew he had skill. But the character thing was real. 8 teams passed on him for a reason. 8 teams, man. 6 to 8 teams, whatever it was, because, the quarterbacks went early. And then Gonzalez, I wasn't big on Christian Gonzalez coming out, but, man, he has played well. Thanks for the info. Great show, Mark. Thank you, C. I appreciate you back in the mix. Thanks, Orm. Had a great night here with your brother tonight. Thank you, bro. Glad to see you in here, man. Yeah, I'm going to be getting off here, sir. Good Lord, Zakwa. It's a good question. I don't think it's too early. You know what I mean? I don't think it's too early. I wasn't big on Christian Gonzalez, though. I am going to tell you. I thought he was going to – I don't know what – I think he's playing corner in New England, right? I know he's a corner in college at Oregon. Buffalo, Colorado, I believe he played at too, right? For a couple of years or a year or maybe 1 year. I forget. But he was slated to be a safety in the NFL. Now, he's made a couple picks. He's already doing things. So, you know what I mean? Easy to ask that question. It's a great question. I was still on board with Jalen Carter. I was never against Jalen Carter, by the way. If you guys watch my videos, I was never against him. I was just a little bit concerned about his character. I thought he would be a great addition to the D-line, though. But I was just like, hey, man, he went to Philadelphia for a reason. They're the Philadelphia Bulldogs. His former teammates are there for a reason. They're babysitting that kid. So, but it's working so far. Great show, chat. Great show, guys, for sure. Fournette's a dog. Hunt will be run over the defender with our team. I would love to see him in Honolulu Blue and Silver. Mark always killing these lives. Like always, look forward to it. Thanks, Keith, though. Appreciate it. Giving you a star. No. Okay. Nice to see Wayne at Barry's. That was nice, man. Man, Wayne are looking old, though. Joshing. Okay. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Trade for DT if you trade for anybody. Who are they going to trade for, though? We said Williams and who's the other guy you said? Brown. Okay. Damn, I'm at Monday night. Sorry, I was too pissed last night. Me too, bro. I couldn't have came on last night anyways. Probably lost my voice. I would have been swearing. I could see picking Sewell over Parsons, superstar left tackle, Trump all day, but quarterback. Yeah, but Parsons is an absolute dog, bro. But so is Sewell. You know what I mean? The Barry statue was well-deserved, and it's about time. I wanted Carter. Star. I think a lot of people did, bro. I think 80% of us Lions fans wanted Carter. I think a lot did, too. You know, I think a lot did, too. I agree with you, Keith, though. Philly's been underwhelming. Yeah, they have. They don't look the same, you know, but they are 2-0. What's up, Mark? What's up, Rare View? What's going on, brother? I think they wanted Spoon, but the Hawks took him. I agree with that right there. The Hawks took him and they traded. Gibbs looks bad. We should have gotten Bijan. He's going off. Dom the Bandit. Yeah, I don't want to say Gibbs looks bad. I just don't think he gets enough. I don't think he gets enough carries. He's getting the ball in the passing game, but they're only throwing his air yards are like 3 yards. It's like a 2.5 air yard. It's terrible. Get him the ball and some deeper routes. 1.40 Aspen was definitely a pick. Probably was. And they trade for Jonathan Allen, but you give up an arm and a leg. You're giving up a lot. Another quality show, Mr. Mark. More great wisdom. Take care, brother. Take care, my friend. Later, Mark. Later, Zaquan. What's up, brother? Later. The Bandit. Our defense hasn't improved. It might not be good as people think. Oh, they didn't look good yesterday, man. They looked okay versus the Chiefs. You know, no Kelsey though, but yeah. Hopefully you're wrong, Dom the Bandit, but man, I'm not gonna say you are. I'm not gonna say you are, my friend. I'm gonna star you up on that one too. That's a good one. Gibbs doesn't look bad. The Lions still having to figure out how and where they want to use them. They better figure it out real quick. IO Sports. They better figure it out quick. Gibbs is getting a chance to pop off. Yeah, I don't think so either. Mark, do you think Gibbs can run up the middle on a regular basis? He can run it. He can run between the tackles and the guards. He can. You know, it's. I don't think it's going to be a regular basis thing, though. He's a guy in space. He's a guy you use in space, man. He just is. He's a guy that has to go out and run routes and get the ball that way. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, was it a luxury pick? Maybe. If this is what we're getting all the whole year from him, then yeah, I want to see more. Aaron Glenn don't know how to use the players. I don't think he does either, bro. Sewell, Parsons, Bridgewater for Stafford offer back then. That would have been, imagine if we would have got Sewell and Parsons. Wow. We never would have got Hutch, though, because, you know, we never would have been that bad of a football team, I don't think, if we would have won them more than 2-3 games, right? So who knows? Let's just pray we win next game. Maybe we needed this loss. Okay, guys. That's a good one, Keitho. I appreciate you guys. It's a quick one, only $1:13 I was on. Hour and 13. Now I got to go do a video. Then I'm going to go watch some football. Then I'm going to go to bed. Then I'm going to go to work. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thanks a lot for coming into Orum'S Den. Appreciate it very much. Zach's is in the building. We had some big injury. I don't think any of them are too serious, at least. Well, James Houston, serious. He's out for possibly 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks. David Montgomery's going to be out for, I think, 3 to 4. Big V could be a bit. You know, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, hopefully he doesn't miss any time. That guy misses a game, that's huge. So we got some big injuries, Zach's. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for guys. You know, we could possibly be losing 2 to 3 starters for a bit, and then James Houston, who's probably our best pass rusher. Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's not good, brother. It's not good. I wish I couldn't give it as bad news. Sucks. How did you feel about Goff? Goff was awesome. I thought Goff was phenomenal. He completed 80% of his passes, man. He was great. It was a bad pick six. It looked like there was some weird shit going on between him and Gibbs there. Gibbs was either, I don't know what the hell was going on. I think, yeah, it was just, it was great, man. He played great. He did miss him on that one wheel route where he was wide open, but he completed 80% of his passes. I'm not going to get mad at him, man. Goff was great. Shouldn't even hear Houston's name and all the madness. Yeah, man. 6 to 8 weeks on trying to cover a tight end. Of all the things in the world to do with him. Goff did good besides pick six. Levi's okay. I don't think he got hurt. If he got dinged up, I don't remember. No, Gibbs is better on the outside. Give him some toss cracks. Exactly. He got hurt. Yeah, Goff is getting Stafford treatment, garbage defense. Well, that's the way this fan base rolls. And hey, man, you guys know how I've been with Goff. I haven't been the best supporter of him. I'm warming up to him. He played a fantastic game yesterday. He made a couple bad throws. Who cares? You know what I mean? He's not going to make. He completed 80% of his passes. He had a great game. So did Gino. He struggled without Decker. Well, it was different. It was sure was different, but I thought in the long run, Sewell played good over there at left tackle. Nelson didn't play as bad as I thought he would. So the O-line I thought played exceptional. They sacked Goff twice, hit him a couple times. It wasn't a bad display by the O-line. So that's it. But I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. Sorry about the quick one, but I gotta go do a video and I gotta watch football. Thanks a lot, guys. Orum'S Den. I'm gonna be off work for a while. Retooling going on my plant, so you guys are gonna see more of my ugly rectangle head face. Okay, guys? So you're going to see a lot more of me, more videos. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully the Lions don't disappoint us week in and week out. And I don't think they will. Keep your heads up, guys. Even though I go for a little bit of rant, I still love this football team. Thanks a lot, guys. Orum'S Den. Out.